Hey, bud. Now that's official, just kind of what do you see as PJ's role with the team?
Yeah, I guess I just personally like to start with thanking DJ Augustine, Torrey Craig, and DJ Wilson for what they brought to the team and the group, and those three are great players and great people. So good luck to them moving forward, and for PJ Tucker and what he brings to the team. With a veteran guy like this, I think we've all seen it. His defense is at an elite level. His ability to guard multiple positions, his ability to guard the best players in the league, the physicality that he brings to that end of the court, the playoff experience he brings, and then an ability to space the court and make threes and play the right way, play smart, high basketball IQ. He's just, really just a lot of things we're looking for in players, and we feel really fortunate to add him to our group.
Did he get the chance to practice today?
Yeah, it went through kind of early in practice, so I don't. He wasn't there for 100%, but a significant part of practice he was there for.
And then I guess for you, you mentioned the other three guys that end up leaving. When guys leave your program, do you kind of reflect on the time of, maybe why things didn't work out as well for them here or anything like that? Or kind of what is that process like? Is it just focus on moving forward, or do you take the chance to kind of reflect on, what went right or what went wrong with those guys as you were trying to acclimate them to your system?
I mean, part of every day is reflecting and trying to figure out how to get the most out of, the roster and the players. And there's kind of that constant, I guess it's conversation with my assistant coaches. Sometimes it's conversation with John. And throughout the season, with guys that are still here, with guys that, in this case, maybe have changed places, there's always that constant self-reflection, and with those guys, it's not any different. But now I'm excited about trying to figure out how we can get the best out of PJ Tucker and the best out of our group, and each day we'll kind of come with that same mindset. How can we get more and more out of each guy individually, and then collectively as a group, how can we get more out of the group?
Zora Stevenson.
Hey, Coach, over the years, what have you found works best when it comes to acclimating new team members kind of at the midway point without like starting everything over for everybody else, but also giving the new family members what they need?
Yeah, I mean, I think from a basketball perspective, trying to just kind of keep it a little bit clean, keep it a little bit simple, not overwhelm them. Let them just play basketball. Let them just kind of lean on their competitive side and their instincts. And from the family side, I do everything we can to just help, make sure the player and the people that are important to him, and whether it's a wife or girlfriend or children, that they all feel comfortable and cared for. So, the front office and that group does a great job with all those things.
And I know you said PJ was available for part of practice today. Anything that you can talk about in terms of like when he would be on the court with the team and, the process you all are going to take there?
I mean,
In a game.
he'll
In a
be
game.
as far as unless something unusual happens between now and tomorrow night, he'll be available, and we'll decide between now and then what's best for the group, and proceed with the game with PJ available.
Eric Woodyard.
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Good. How are you, Eric?
Coach, what does this say about the front office, though? I mean, you guys are in the midst of a 5-game winning streak. You guys were clicking. For them to continue to think outside the box and try to continue to look in the timing of everything. You spoke a little bit earlier, but just what does it kind of say about the front office that you guys are? It seems like you guys are building not for just the now, but just that playoff time.
Yeah. No. I mean, I just it's hard to articulate. How great or what a great job Jon Horst and Milton Newton and the entire front office, ownership, with Mark and Wes and Jamie and these guys to really stamp off and give John the space and the opportunity to just execute his job as as the GM and the leader of this, basketball, group at a high level. He every off season he gets things done. In season he gets things done. He's just kind of relentless in his pursuit of making this team and this organization the best it can be. And I'm just beyond fortunate to have a partner like John. And this is just another example of what a great GM he is and how hard he works. And now we gotta go out and make it happen on the court.
Jim Ozarski.
Mike, just to clarify a little bit off Zora's question. PJ hasn't played since March 3rd, so might there be a little bit of a ramp up period, or as far as he could be good to go however much you need him, I guess, starting tomorrow?
Yeah, I think some of those conversations will happen between now and tomorrow. It all happened Wednesday night, and we've talked about it some, but it's good to kind of be able to sit face to face with PJ, and PJ sit face to face with our group and decide what's best. But I think he's a pro. I think he's been taking care of his body. I think he's in a good place. It is a stretch that he hasn't played, but at the same time, I think to possibly get him going and start that ramp up process, something that we think is important and is probably going to happen sooner rather than later.
We've spoken to you a little bit, I would say, over the last 10 days, maybe more about some of the lineup variations and Brook maybe not finishing some games. And PJ is well known, obviously, for being able to defend bigs. And I don't know what sort of options or greater versatility, perhaps, with going small, so to speak. If Giannis is the tallest player maybe on the court, what can PJ do for you guys defensively there?
Yeah, no, we just, I think, one of the words you used was options. I just think the more options we have, what Brook is doing, coming out of the break, how he's impacting things defensively, what Bobby has done for us on both ends of the court, and now to have PJ Tucker as, another option in that rotation of bigs, and, not just to finish the game, but, how can we, continue to be better during the meat of the game, maybe keep guys more fresh and healthier and all those things. And, we feel like we can go a lot of different directions and match up with a lot of different groups, with adding an elite level defender like PJ to this group.
I know offensively he's especially since Houston really improved his 3-point shooting. And I think obviously down there their offense is different. I think people look at the corners. You guys move so much in the half court, though. You don't really have a guy sort of just hanging out in one spot. How do you see PJ maybe adapting to that, or might that take a little bit of time just in changing or adapting to a new offense from his perspective?
Yeah, no, there's always a little bit of an adjustment period, regardless of what kind of offense you're going to a new team and different players, and whether the change is significant or small. There's just changing teams is a big step. But I feel like he's a basketball player and he's going to be able to learn and grow and adjust. And I think having some comfort in moving and doing different things. I think players, generally speaking, they welcome that opportunity. And he's an unselfish guy. He's going to do whatever it takes. And we need spacing at the same time. We always, we value moving, but we also value movement with spacing. And, so I think the fact that he understands spacing, that he can make shots from behind the line, and then just, get comfortable moving and being in different spots, I think he's going to embrace it and be good.
All right, one more to Steve McGargy.
Just wondering, I know PJ has a reputation throughout the course of his career has been a really quality 3-point shooter, particularly from the corners. His percentage is a little down this year. How much of a concern was that, or what confidence do y'all have that he can kind of bounce back as a shooter with the talent y'all have here?
Yeah, no, we have a ton of confidence in PJ as a shooter, and feel like with Giannis and Chris and Drew and everybody, and hopefully good execution offensively. Sometimes you have to create good looks for your shooters and create opportunities, and the players do that for themselves a lot, and hopefully I think the group here that PJ is going to be playing with, I think the looks hopefully will be good, and we have a lot of confidence that he's going to hit them at a high rate. All right, thanks guys.
Thanks, bud.